We need 3 Dragon Ball characters who are in between these two in strength. We get Granola and Z Bardock. That's a pretty big range right there. This shouldn't last too long, but I've said that before and I've been wrong, so let's just see. And Caulifla, she does scale higher than Z Bardock. And honestly, it's not even close. Caulifla slams Bardock right there, okay? And then we get Super Saiyan Z Vegito. So far, we're 2 for 2. If it was Vegito from Super, it'd be different, but Z Vegito is nowhere near close to Granola, and this is an interesting one. And I'm only saying that because Beast Gohan and Granola are pretty relative. Now, I do think Beast Gohan is stronger, but the question is, by how much? Let me know what you think here, because even though I do think Beast Gohan is at least a little bit stronger, I do think it's close. But that means we still need one more character, and do we end it right here? No. Yeah, that's a little overkill right there, even for Granola. Yeah, that's not cool. Okay, this is getting out of hand. Back to back, 2 of the strongest beings in the entire verse. That's kind of crazy, and now we're too weak, right? It's weaker than Bardock. Come on, we were too strong, then too weak, so this character has to be just right, and it is. We get the vegetable prince himself. We get Super Saiyan God Vegeta. And well, there we have it. 3 Dragon Ball characters who are in between Z Bardock and Granola in strength. We're restarting the Dragon Ball universe. Who's the new main character gonna be? And the new main character is gonna be Oob. Okay, I like that. Now, who's gonna be Oob's first rival in this universe? His first rival is Rumshi. Now remember, we're completely restarting the universe, so Rumshi probably isn't a god of destruction anymore. Because if he was, I would feel bad for Oob. But now who's Oob's second rival? And starting to feel really bad for Oob. Oob's second rival is Broly. How do you even get Broly for a rival? That's crazy. Okay, well, who's Oob's sensei gonna be? Who's gonna teach Oob everything about fighting? Champa. Now remember, he's probably not a god of destruction anymore either, but he could still probably teach Oob some stuff. And now who's Oob's first main villain gonna be? And Oob's first main villain is Vegito. I'm starting to feel like this is a universe where Oob is just destined to fail. Well, let's have faith. Who's Oob's second main villain gonna be here? And how do you go from Super Saiyan Vegito to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as your second main villain? That's crazy right there. This would be an anime where the main character just does not succeed at all. Well, who's Oob's third main villain? Are we gonna get another fusion here? We get, Pilaf. Okay. Oob's third main villain is going to be Pilaf. That one's a little more down to earth. I like that. And now lastly, who's going to be the god of destruction here in Oob's universe? Vegeta's the god of destruction. That's kind of poetic. I love it. So in this new Dragon Ball universe, instead of Goku being the main character, Oob's the main character. His rivals are Rumshi and Broly, his senseis Champa, and his 3 main villains are Vegito, Gogeta, and Pilaf. Well, and of course, Vegeta's the god of destruction in this universe, but honestly, that seems like the least crazy thing here. Well, let us know. Would you be interested in watching this Dragon Ball universe? We're ranking Dragon Ball characters' chances of beating this character right here. Champa. Starting with a god of destruction. Okay. Who's the first character gonna be? Is it gonna be close at all? And we get the number 1 spot. We get my GOAT Tien Shinron. But no, even with all my Tien agenda I try to push, we gotta go like no higher than 6 here. That hurt my heart so much to do, but we just had to. And then we get Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now this brings up the whole GT versus Super argument right here. But with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, let's go number 3. Maybe I should have went 4, but 3 doesn't seem like a bad spot to me for him. And then we get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I guess here's a good 4. I guess all that's left is for us to get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta here. And, we get Hit. I think we just have to put Hit at 2. Yes, we're putting the legendary assassin himself at 2. I feel like that's going to start some arguments, but I'm fine with having Hit right there. And then we just have to go 1. But that also brings up the question, is Jiren stronger than Champa? Because we know he's stronger than Belmod, but is Champa also stronger than Belmod, and if so, by how much? But now that means we can't get any more strong characters. I might have just messed up the whole list. And yes, I messed up the list. We get Whis, and Whis has to go at 5, unfortunately. Well, who's gonna be our number 7 now? I don't think it can be worse than Whis at 5, so UI goes, okay. I guess it can be worse than Whis at 5. And yeah, if you don't know, he's from Dragon Ball Heroes, and Dragon Ball Heroes characters are just completely broken. But well, there we have it. We almost made a good list outside of the last 2 picks, I guess. Well, what do you think? How did we do? We need 3 Dragon Ball characters stronger than this character right here. We get Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Okay, that's doable. First up now, who's the first character gonna be? And we get no. Yeah, Goku wants his revenge from back when he had the heart virus. Okay, and who's next? His pappy. No, Bardock does not stand a chance. Come on, we need someone at least somewhat close to Super Saiyan Blue Goku right here. Base Goku Black? No. Especially if we're using current Super Saiyan Blue Goku? Yes, he slams right there. And then, ooh, here we go, Beast Gohan. There's our first character stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Okay, one down so far. Will we get back-to-back right here? No. We can get characters like Granola, Gas, Black Frieza, or Grandpa Gohan, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Beerus, pretty much all of the gods of destruction, but not his mother. Okay, so far he's had to fight his father, his son, his grandfather, and now his mother. And himself. Come on, we're 2 away. I'm feeling it right here. We're gonna get one right here. I mean, technically, can Goku beat Goku though? And now moving on, we get one of Zeno's guards. Yes, there's our second character stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Well, technically, we don't know how strong they are, but we'd assume they're stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. We're just 1 away now. Place your bets on who you think the next character is gonna be, and Jice! No. I'm guessing it's either gonna be Ultra Ego Vegeta or Broly that's gonna show up, or the Dragon God Zalama, that works too. And well, there we have it. Our third character is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. 8 Saiyans in 60 seconds. Today's the day we finally do it. Ooh, Cell. I'm not gonna count Cell just because there's so many Saiyans on this filter. Ooh, we get Gohan, Raditz, and Nappa, and Trunks. Okay, we are counting half Saiyans, by the way. That's why we get Trunks and Gohan. 16, no. There's Go 10. We're already 3 away with 40 seconds. 2 away with 40 seconds. Please, come on. This is the best start we've had. Don't do this to me, please. Come on, just give me 2 more Saiyans. That's all I need. No duplicates, so no 2 Gohans. We need Vegeta and Goku. Or Broly. I'll take a Broly too. Just give me Vegeta or Goku right here. No 2 Gohans. Could your father come here? And I'm not talking about Piccolo. Come on, please. Come on, Goku, show up. 20 seconds left. Don't do this to me. We have, I'd say, what, a good 5 spins left before the time runs out. We got this. Don't, please. No. Don't do this. Give me Goku. Give me Goku. Come on. Give me Vegeta. Give me somebody. No, it's always down to the last character. I never get it with the last character. No. Every time there's 1 left. We had like 40 seconds and we still couldn't get the last Saiyan. Goku, Vegeta, I hate you.
Hey, calm down, bro.
We have to build a Dragon Ball character that can defeat both Beerus and Champa at the same time. Now, this might be a little hard going against 2 destroyers at once, but I think we can do this. And we start with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta here. Honestly, none of these would be bad to pick, but I think we can do better for strength and speed, so I think I'm gonna go IQ here. I feel like that was a decent pick for the Prince of all vegetables right there. Okay, and the next up we get, I guess we have to go Sensei. And that means he could unlock our potential too, so there's an added bonus. Starting off okay, but next I'd like either a good strength or speed, hopefully, and then, ooh, I think we just have to, do we take a technique though? No, we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna take the strength of Rumshi. We get the strength of a destroyer. Now that's not bad, but we're fighting 2 other destroyers at once, so maybe I should have waited for that. Ultra Ego. I feel like we either have to go speed or technique here, and I think I'm gonna go technique. So we get Ultra Ego, but now we need a good speed, please. And yes, I'm taking the speed of Vegeta Blue. Okay, this character is starting to turn around now. I'm liking this, but now can we get a good durability? Oh yeah, it's between durability, body, and drip. I'm definitely taking Beerus' durability here. I would have preferred a better durability since we have to fight Beerus and then another destroyer, so... Ooh, Dr. Gero. Body. Having the body of an android? Yes! We have infinite energy and stamina, and since it's Dr. Gero, we could steal the energy from Beerus and Champa. You know, with the little hand absorby things. I was hoping to get like a Boo or a Cell for body, but an android, that's great too, and... we get the drip of Goldo. You know what? I'll take it. But now the question is, can this character defeat both Beerus and Champa? Now, if it was just one of them or just Beerus, I'd probably say yes. But Beerus and Champa, I don't know. I think it'd be a good fight, even though it's a 2v1, but I think Beerus and Champa would come out on top. Well, let me know what you think. Does this character stand a chance against Beerus and Champa? We need 3 Dragon Ball characters in between these 2 in strength, and we get Grandpa Gohan and Base Goku. This should be over pretty fast. Because of course we all know Grandpa Gohan solos all of Dragon Ball, of course, and that's just a tiny bit stronger than Base Goku. Obviously I'm joking, but starting with Super Shinron is crazy. And then we get the creator of Super Shinron, we get Zalama. Or at least the creator of the Super Dragon Balls, but yeah, that's That's not close. Could we maybe not get one of the strongest characters in the verse now, please? That'd be nice. Could we now get a character that's not one of the strongest in the verse, please? I'm just gonna keep quiet now and just weaker character. Perfect. Sadly, the last time we seen Grandpa Gohan, he wasn't stronger than a Cyberman, but we get the perfect being. Isn't that quite perfect? You may ask, how is Perfect Cell weaker than a base form Goku? That's just because Super's power scaling and of course Goku absorbing God Ki into his base form. You may disagree, but that's just how it is with Super now and then. You're just a little too strong. Come on, we need just one more character in between Grandpa Gohan and Goku, and Kid Trunks, perfect. And there we have it. 3 Dragon Ball characters in between Grandpa Gohan and base Goku in strength. We're ranking these Dragon Ball fusions to see who's the strongest, who's the first fusion. Zeno and Ultra Ego Vegeta. I think I should just go 1 right here. Unless we get like a Dragon Ball Heroes character in one of these, but I think to play it safe, we just go 1. But regardless, that's a pretty solid number 1 right there. I'm not too mad at that. And we get another Zeno fusion, this time with another Saiyan with Raditz. This one's a little lower, but it's still carried by Zeno. Do we go... I think we still gotta go no lower than 3 here. Okay, back-to-back Zeno Saiyan fusions. Can we switch it up a little bit? Zeno and Kid Buu this time. Can we get a different fusion other than Zeno, please? 2. Honestly, that fusion would be pretty terrifying. Kid Buu and Zeno combined together. Ooh, we finally don't get Zeno in a fusion. We get Dodoria and Caulifla. I think we gotta go with what we've seen so far, a 6. Because we definitely can get a weaker fusion, but we've already got 3 Zenos, so... And then we get Future Trunks and the fastest in the universe. I think we gotta go, do we go 4 or 5? Let's go 5 here. That just leaves 4 and 7. And honestly, we're not looking that bad so far. And we get Bulma and Deborah on this list. This is a perfect 7. We just need 1 more now. Please, come on, don't mess up our list. We get Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Whis. I think this is perfect. I honestly think we made a perfect list here. I mean, it does also help when you get 3 Zenos in a row, but hey, I'll take it. Well, here's the list. How do we do? I think we went 7 for 7. We have 10 chances to get 3 Dragon Ball characters who are stronger than current Goku. And starting off with Kale, no. Even if it's her in her Berserk form, Kale is getting smacked by current Goku. And then Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, no. If it was current Ultra Ego Vegeta, maybe, but no, not Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Okay, starting off 0 for 2, not looking that great yet. And Jice, no. Yeah, you're just a few arcs too late to be able to contend with Goku anymore, and we have 1. Okay, we get our first character stronger than a current Goku. Can we go 2 for? No, we can't. We get Krillin. To be fair, Krillin, if you asked nicely, I bet Goku would let you win. Halfway through, and we still only have 1. Not looking that good, but here's number 2. If it's anything involving Saiyans, you just know Frieza has to show up and hate. But obviously, Black Frieza's stronger than a current Goku. And then moving on, we have Toppo. No, he's not. We only have 3 chances left to get 1 character stronger than Goku, and oh, peel off slams, easy right there. But no, down to just 2 chances now. Can we get it right here? We get Goku's gonna have to beat up his mom. Well, I guess it's all up to this last character since Goku just beat up his mom and you already showed up. No, we're not gonna count the same character twice. We're doing a respin and we get, ooh, I'm sorry, Goku. Now you can say, oh, they're not allowed to fight. That defeats the whole purpose of this challenge. Current Goku's getting closer to the top, but he's still not on the level of any of the angels. Well, there we have it. 3 Dragon Ball characters stronger than current Goku. 8 Saiyans in 60 seconds. We have to complete this. And, ooh, 3 already. I'm liking it. Goten, Trunks, and Bardock. Okay, I like it. Zamasu, you stole a Saiyan's body, but you're not Saiyan right there. Okay, if it was Goku Black, I would have counted it. But no, not Zamasu. No 2 Bardocks, unfortunately. Still only 3. We get Prince Veggie. Okay, I like it. I like it. And now we just need 4 more. Trunk, no 2 Trunkses. Come on, go away, Frieza. You're scaring all the Saiyans. No, 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 no. Still 4 away. Can I get like a Goku? Maybe a Gohan? Who else am I missing? Nappa. Broly. No 2 Gotens, unfortunately. We get Broccoli Boy Broly there. No 2 Trunkses. We get Nappa, though. Okay, 2 away already. Zamasu, no. Maybe if I could get Goku, please, maybe? Yamcha, no, you look like Goku a little bit, but you're not Goku. Please, come on. 10 seconds away. We need to do this. Just 2 away. 8 seconds. 7, 6, no, go. Yes, there we go. We did it. With a few seconds to spare, the father-son duo showed up at the perfect time. I believe this is like our 5th time doing this, but we finally did it. We got 8 Saiyans in 60 seconds. I get 2 bodyguards to protect me from these 5 Dragon Ball characters. So let's see if I survive. The first one attacking me is gonna be Granola. Definitely a powerhouse, and even though he's not the strongest mortal in Universe 7 anymore, he is still up there. That's not a good start for me. Well, who's the second character attacking me gonna be? Kami? Okay, looking good for me right there, though. I do have to worry about if he makes another set of Dragon Balls, though. I do have to worry about that. And then a Cyberman. As long as one of my bodyguards isn't Yamcha, I'm good. Okay, outside of Granola, this is definitely looking survivable. Who's the next character? Kid Buu. Ooh, all of his abilities, though, that makes it dangerous. Well, that and the fact he doesn't care to just blow up the planet if he wants to. But still, even with the pink bubblegum demon, I think this is survivable. Who's the last character? Z Bardock. This Bardock might be able to see a little bit into the future, but I think I still have a chance here. Who's my first bodyguard gonna be? Come on, be like a Beast Gohan or an MUI Goku. Or a Master Roshi. Come on, second bodyguard, please. I need someone stronger. He just can't stay away from the Cybermen, I guess. Well, there we have it. Can my bodyguards protect me from those attackers? We're ranking Dragon Ball characters based on who would have the most social media followers, and we start with an interesting one. We start with Captain Ginyu. I feel like he would be posting nothing but dance videos, and honestly, that might put him pretty high on here. I think I gotta go like maybe a 3. Honestly, we probably could have went 2, but I think 3 is a safe spot right there. And then we get Android 19. I feel like this should be like a 6 or a 7, so let's go 6. Let's save the 7 spot. That might come back to bite us, but who knows? Android 19 might post like food review videos or something. And then we have Frieza, and honestly, Frieza has a case to be number 1 on here. Frieza would be posting the most outrageous stuff every single day. But that also brings up the case he might just get banned over and over again. So with the risk of him constantly getting banned, let's put Frieza at number 2. So far, we're not looking too bad. Let's see if we can keep it going though. Who's the next character? Frost. I know he's gonna get called out for being a copy of Frieza all the time. So let's put Frost at 5. Okay, we have 3 spots left. Still not looking too bad here. And then we get would Goku know how to use social media? I could see this going a few different ways. Either 1, Goku's dead last because he doesn't know how to use it. 2, Goku could post workout and training videos online. Or 3, he posts 1 video and it blows up and becomes the biggest thing ever. So which do we pick here? Now remember, this is how many social media followers they would have in the world of Dragon Ball, not in our world. Because if we were counting our world, Goku would obviously be number 1. But let's say if Goku just posts workout or training videos, he might honestly just be like a 4 here. And also I could see Goku DMing people trying to fight. So yes, let's put Goku at 4. I know there's going to be people mad that I didn't put him at 1 or put him at 7, so it's fine though. Bulma? Honestly, I feel like she'd be a good 1 here. I could see her posting all of her gadgets and inventions online, and if I had to choose between 1 or 7, I'm gonna put Bulma at 1. Now that I'm looking at it, either Ginyu or Frieza probably should have been number 1, but hey, and then we get the Prince of all vegetables, Vegeta's at number 7. And honestly, with him, it'd probably be the same stuff as Goku, except he'd also put the title of Prince and everything. But well, there we have it. There's our list of Dragon Ball characters with the most social media followers. And yeah, if I could redo it, I would either put Ginyu, Frieza, or Goku at 1, or Goku at 7. Let me know what you think. You get to keep 2 Dragon Ball characters, and the rest get erased forever. So we're looking for the iconic ones, and Krillin, I don't think we can erase Krillin just based off principle, so I think we have to keep Krillin here. Now, if you've only watched Super, you'd probably cut Krillin pretty easy, but I'm a big fan of the OG and Z, so I'm keeping Krillin. And Kale, I'm fine with cutting Kale here. Sorry, Kale, you're getting erased forever. Okay, now moving on to the next character, Kid Buu. You deserve to be erased. Okay, bye, Kid Buu. After all the atrocities you've committed, yes, we're fine with erasing Kid Buu. And Recoome! Yeah, we're going to be hitting Recoome with his own eraser gun here. Okay, 3 erased in a row. Are we going to get someone we want to keep? Gine. She is the mother of our king, Goku, but unfortunately we have to erase Gine. You could say without her there's no Goku, but we're ignoring logic here, okay? And then we get, both the mother and father. Sorry, Bardock, we have to erase you too. So that means this last character gets to stay no matter what, no matter who they are. This was perfect. We get Goku. We couldn't have ended any better. Unfortunately, we did have to erase both of his parents, but still, we got Goku. Remember, we weren't just picking the strongest ones. We're saving the ones most memorable to the franchise. So Krillin and Goku, that's perfect. We're ranking these Dragon Ball matchups based on how close they would be, and we start with Oolong and Vegito Blue. I feel like this would be a perfect 7. I might go... No, yes, we're just putting this at 7. No need to think about it. Even if we do get a worse matchup than that, I do not regret my decision to put that at 7. And we get the battle of the Super 17s. We get Super 17 against Android 17 from Super. Who is the true Super 17? And honestly, let's go 2. Just because I'm doubting we're going to get too many close matchups, I think that's safe at 2. And then Bulma against Goku. Yeah, Bulma slams right here for sure. But yeah, no, we're putting this one at 6. To be fair, Bulma would probably win just because Goku wouldn't fight back. But hey, and then we get Super Shinron and Krillin. I guess we have to go 5. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one, honestly. But let's just see who we get next. We get Piccolo against Beast. Gohan. Call me crazy, but I'm putting this one at 1. Just because I don't think we're going to see a closer matchup than this. And besides, if we're saying Piccolo could transform into Orange Piccolo, then it's definitely number 1 so far. But Super Saiyan 4 Goku against Goku Black? That's an interesting one. But we only have 2 spots left, so we're putting this at 3. And that just leaves our number 4 spot now. Who's going to be our final matchup? We get Super Saiyan 5 Goku against Champa? Okay. Obviously, AF isn't canon, but it's still interesting to think about, especially since that Goku is older than any current canon Goku we've seen. And well, there we have it. Outside of a few, I don't think we did too bad, but let me know what you think. Not stopping the video until we get 3 Dragon Ball characters who have used the Kamehameha. And Kid Trunks. Has Kid Trunks ever used it? Okay, this is from the Bio Broly movie, but yes, he does do it. You know what? We're counting it. If they've done it in a movie as well, we're also counting it, and no. Unless they secretly practice it in their free time, I don't believe Akai has ever used the Kamehameha, and that's perfect right there, okay. Well, almost perfect. A perfect option would have been Roshi. Okay, we already have 2. We're looking pretty good, and then we get Whis. I don't believe so. I mean, he most likely could if he tried, it's just he never has, so no. Zolbon, no, he has not used the Kamehameha. Lord Frieza, yes, okay, and then we get Zeno, no. Zeno's done the hand motion, but they haven't fired the actual blast, so I'm not counting that. And Zalama, no. For us to count it, it has to be the actual blast, not just the hand motion, and Dodoria, no. It would be pretty funny seeing Dodoria do a Kamehameha, but no, Dodoria's never done one. I said no. I guess Dodoria really just wants to use the Kamehameha. I can't blame him. Perfect. Well, would you look at that. That's quite perfect. I would have liked to have seen Roshi, but I will gladly take the perfect being. Well, there we go. 3 Dragon Ball characters who have been shown to use the Kamehameha, including movies. Ranking Dragon Ball characters based on who has the best character design. Okay, starting with something simple, starting with Master Roshi. Pretty plain. I don't want to go too low, but let's go 5. Nothing bad at all about Roshi's design, but it is pretty simple, so I feel like 5 is a good spot. Future Trunks. Now, I love Future Trunks' design. It's probably one of the best in all of Dragon Ball, but it does vary. So we are going to use this Future Trunks right here, and let's go 3. Trunks from Z would have a good case for number 1, but that's Trunks from Super. And then we get Android 18. Let's go 4. I know a lot of people would put 18 at 1, but I feel like right in the middle, that's fine. And Pilaf, let's go 6. Sorry, Pilaf, but I just had to do it to you. Okay, now please give us some great designs. Vegeta. Ooh, I guess we have to put him above Trunks, but let's go 2. But now that means we only have 1 and 7 left, so we need a good one and a really bad one. Cyberman? That's a perfect 7 for this. So please just give us a character with a decent design here. Give us something good. We get... I like that. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Ooh, that's one of my favorite Goku designs. I'm fine with that. Honestly, I was kind of worried at first, but I don't think this list turned out that bad. If I could change anything now, I might move Future Trunks up 1, but that's probably it. Well, I guess Super Saiyan 4 Goku is our character with the best character design. Let me know what you think. We're trying to get 3 Dragon Ball characters who are in between these 2 in strength, and we get Kid Trunks and Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Yeah, that's a pretty wide range right there. This shouldn't last too long. Starting us off, who's the first character gonna be now? And we start with... No. Yeah, he's just a little too strong for this. Well, moving on, hopefully now we won't get one of the strongest in the verse, and... yeah. Now, like I said, hopefully this time we won't get one of the strongest in the verse, and ooh, we get Janemba. I love Janemba, man. He's perfect for this. Janemba has one of my favorite designs and some of the coolest abilities in all of Dragon Ball, and Grandpa Gohan, I'm sorry. Obviously, Grandpa Gohan can't count because he's stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and you're also stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Come on, how hard is it to give me someone stronger than Kid Trunks but weaker than Goku? Base Goku, that counts. But that brings up the question. Can Goku beat Goku though? And then we get, yeah, Zeno's abilities are a little too OP for this, but moving on now, and we get Angels, stop showing up. Come on, we're just one away. We just need one more right here, and we get, okay, Filter, so you have jokes. Okay, I see you, Filter. Okay, and then we move on to Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. Perfect. Well, there we have it. 3 Dragon Ball characters stronger than Kid Trunks, but weaker than Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Not stopping until we get 3 Dragon Ball characters who have fought against Goku, and starting off with one already, we have Kefla. Technically, we could say he fought against Kale, Caulifla, and Kefla, but I won't do that. And technically, Dragon Ball Heroes, Goku did fight Goku, but I'm gonna try to stick mainly to Super. So we're not including Dragon Ball Heroes, but we are counting the movies and GT, and there's another one Goku did fight. He did fight Goku in those matches before the Tournament of Power, so he's our number 2. We already have 2 with just the first 3 characters. Can we finish it off right here? No. That's the wrong angel right there. If it was Whis, it would have been over, but we're continuing, and Goku never fought Babidi. So to be fair, Babidi himself didn't really fight anyone at all, so that kind of makes sense. And then, that's perfect. Goku's first rival, we have Krillin. That's a perfect one to end it on right there. Well, there we have it. 3 Dragon Ball characters who have fought Goku. Maybe I should have just done characters who haven't fought Goku. That might have lasted longer. We're ranking these Dragon Ball fusions from weakest to strongest. Let's get it started. And we have Goldo and Goku Black. That's quite a crazy fusion right there, but let's go 5. I probably should have went like a 4, but when I seen Goldo, I just couldn't do it. And then Super Shinron and Gas. I want to just go 1, and yes, we're going 1 here. Yeah, nothing really needs to be said there. That's just a crazy fusion. Super Shinron and Gas. And then this one should have been 1. We have Miris and Manaka. But no, I think, let's go 3. Okay, I don't think we're looking too bad so far. Can we keep it going though? We get Beerus and the Grand Priest. This one probably could have been 1, but I don't know, it's kind of close right there. But either way, we're putting this one at 2. Okay, just 3 spots left now. Please don't give me a strong fusion right here. We get Oolong and Guinea, a perfect number 7. We only have the 4 and the 6 spots left, and we're gonna finish it up with Zamasu and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. They go at 4. So that means we need a pretty weak fusion right here. Come on, for our number 6, we get, of course, we get Vegeta and Zalama. There's always one that has to ruin it, and I guess this time it's this fusion. But well, there's our Dragon Ball fusion ranking, and outside of that last fusion, I don't think we did too bad. Let me know what you think. How do we do? Not stopping until we get 3 Dragon Ball characters who have fought against Vegeta, and no, Pilaf has not fought Vegeta. Now, the Vegetable Prince has fought many people in Dragon Ball, so this shouldn't last too long. And there's one right there, Pui Pui. 1 down already. Okay, we're looking pretty good. What about this next character? And no, Vegeta has not fought Kami. Vegeta's lucky too, because Kami would have done him dirty. I'm joking, calm down. And no, Vegeta has not fought Vados. Now, we are counting the movies and GT for this, so if there's any of those fights, then yes. And then Chi-Chi. No, Vegeta has not fought Vegeta. Now, if you knew about Vegeta fighting Kid Gohan, things might be a little different. This reminds me of that scene from Dragon Ball Z Abridged where Vegeta's like, is that me? Is that me stronger than me? I'll kill me! Okay, we've been stuck at 1 for a while now. Can we please get our second character? And then, yes, Veggie did indeed fight Jice. And then moving on, we get, ending it off with Frieza. How poetic right there. With back-to-back characters to finish it off, here's our 3 Dragon Ball characters who have fought Vegeta, the prince of all vegetables. We need 3 Dragon Ball characters who are in between these 2 in strength, and we get Chaozu and Moro. Ooh, that's an insane difference in strength right there. Well, obviously Chaozu's the stronger of the 2, no one can deny that, and Gas, no. Gas is just too strong for this, seeing as how he came after Moro, and then we get Super Saiyan Kale. A perfect character right there. Okay, we already have 1. Looking good, looking good. Can we keep it going though? No. Yeah, that Gogeta's just a little too strong for this. Okay, and then moving on, we get Android 17. A perfect character. If it was Super 17, it would be different because nobody can beat Super 17. And then Beerus is, I'd have Beerus over Moro. Yeah, that shouldn't really be too much of a talking point right there. Even Beerus himself was confident in taking down Moro. And then we get Z Vegito. a perfect final character. If it was Vegito from Super, it'd be different, but this is Vegito from Z, so yes, he's a perfect number 3 for us. Well, there we have it. 3 Dragon Ball characters in between Chaozu and Moro in strength. 8 Saiyans in 60 seconds. However, we can't use Goku, okay? We get the Prince of all vegetables right there as our first Saiyan, okay, starting good. Krillin, no. And Nappa, okay, we get a sidekick right there. And no duplicates, so no 2 Vegetas. We get Broly, though. If Goku pops up, we cannot use Goku, though. If Gohan or Goten does, they're fair game. No. Trunks, yes, okay, we're 4 away already. I'm gonna be so mad if Goku's the last Saiyan here. No 2 Brolys. Definitely not Frieza. He's the last character for this. Shallot, yes. No 2 Trunkses. Just 3 away already. I'm liking this, okay. No 2 Neppas, no 2 Brolys, no 2 We got, oh my gosh, with 3 duplicate Saiyans right there. That's crazy. No. 20 seconds left. We got this. Come on, please. Don't do this to me, Filter. Zamasu, you stole Goku's body, but no. Raditz, okay, 2 away. Please. Come on, you have to give me... No duplicates. Bardock, please, 1 Saiyan away. Don't be Goku. Just don't be Goku. Any Saiyan but Goku show up right here, please. We have 1 spin left. Please, maybe one more. Maybe one more. I'll count this last one. I don't care. It's 1 second past the time, but I'll count it. And Yamcha, no. I guess not including Goku didn't even matter because he didn't even show up. Trying to build the strongest anime character we possibly can. Let's do this, okay? And whose technique will we start with? We get, let on something good. We get Sasuke's technique. Okay, I'll take that. Does it also include like maybe the Sharingan abilities? If it does, like if we get the Susanoo and stuff like that, that'll be amazing. But now whose battle IQ do we get? We get Mash's battle IQ. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to be mad at that, I guess. And whose speed now? Please, come on. Be a good speed. Good speed. Meliodas, I would have preferred like maybe a Saitama or a Dragon Ball character, but I'll take Meliodas. And now, whose strength? Please, come on, give me a good strength. I need a good strength here. Kaiju number 8. Okay, this character is not really the strongest. Now, what about the combat skill, though? Please, at least give me a good combat skill. Sasuke, that's not bad, but we only get rank 7. Okay, we'll do one more, and this time we're trying to beat rank 7. Okay, and whose technique will we get here? We get Saitama's technique. Okay, so just serious punches, I guess. Okay, and well, who's battle IQ for this character? We get Hit's battle IQ. That's him being an assassin. That's pretty phenomenal right there. Okay, I like that. And now who's speed for this character as well? Toriko, I've heard of him. I've never seen the anime or read the manga, so I don't really know where Toriko scales, so I'll just move on to strength, okay? If he scales high, please let me know. And Saitama's strength, I'm not mad at getting Saitama for strength, not mad at all. And lastly, combat skills. Come on, please. Kefla's combat skills, I would have preferred... Give me Goku, we were 1 away, but we get rank 3, which is better than rank 7, so I guess I'll take it. We're not stopping until we get 3 Dragon Ball characters stronger than this character right here. Dyspo, okay, an interesting one. Of course he has a speed, but where does Dyspo rank in his overall strength? And Raditz, I'm sorry, no. You're a few arcs, or I guess now a few series too late, Raditz, and then Babidi, no as well. Maybe Babidi can try to control him, but even then I don't see that happening. And then we get someone faster than Dyspo. We get the fastest in the universe. We get Birder. Now, he may be faster than Dyspo, but he's not stronger than Dyspo, unfortunately. Now that was a true battle of who's the fastest in the universe. I like that. And then, ooh, here's one though. We get a Zeno Guard. Now, of course, we don't know how strong they truly are yet, but they have to be stronger than Dyspo. And Gine, I'm sorry. Dyspo's just beating up Goku's family now. First his brother, now his mother, and then now his son's wife? At this point, Dyspo's going after Goku's entire family. What's going on? But he's not beating Champa. He may look a little bit like Champa and Beerus, but he's not as strong as Champa and Beerus. And before anyone says anything, no, they're not the same race. Beerus and Champa are both more cat-like. Dyspo is more rabbit-like. And here's our third character. But yeah, you have no idea how many times I've had people say in my comments, Dyspo and Beerus are the same race. They do look similar. They've even said so in the anime, but they are not the same race. But yeah, there we go. Ultra Ego Vegeta is our third character. Well, there we have it. 3 Dragon Ball characters stronger than Dyspo. And if we're being honest, Birder slams. We're trying to get the rarest Dragon Ball characters we possibly can. Let's see if we can get a legendary. And let's start with the 1-star ball here. Who do we get? We get Pan. Okay, that's not the best start, but let's move on to the 2-star. And Yajirobe, we get the Bean Daddy. Okay, what about the 3-star ball? And we finally don't get a common. We get an uncommon. We get Vegeta. I'll take it. And now the 4-star ball, Puar. Okay, maybe Puar can morph into a better character for us. But now the 5-star ball, another Yajirobe. Great. Okay, what about the 6-star ball? Maybe Oolong could morph into a better character. Okay. And lastly, the 7-star ball, we get an ultra rare, we get Topo. Okay, we didn't get a legendary, unfortunately, but we did get Topo. But that's not good enough. Let's do one more and see if we can get a better character than Topo. And we start with an uncommon. We start with Rage Trunks. I'll take it. Okay, and then Bola. Okay, that's not as good, but okay. And Oolong again. What's with all these commons showing up? I don't like it. But we get a rare, we get Kefla. I know that made a few people happy, but okay, let's move on. And 5-star ball, another ultra rare. Okay, and the name of that character is Analazia, something like that. The giant fusion character from Dragon Ball Super in the Tournament of Power. And then we get the 6-star ball, we get Cabbage, we get Keba, okay. And then lastly, the 7-star ball, who do we get? Orange Piccolo, we get another rare. I'll take it. We did a lot better this time than the first. Only being a rare seems a little disrespectful for Orange Piccolo, but I'll accept it. We have 3 attempts to build the strongest Dragon Ball character we possibly can, and give me Vegeta Mind right there. Okay, that's a pretty easy one to choose from. And then, we have so many great options. We have the perfect body, Broly potential, or the Grand Priest for our sensei. All would be good picks, but you gotta pick the Grand Priest right there. Come on, you can't pass up the Grand Priest. And then give me Beerus abilities. Okay, looking good. And then do we take an android body or the potential of Goku? I want either a Boo body or a Cell body. Give me Goku potential. Come on, Boo body right here. Or Zamasu's body. Okay, that worked out perfect. And we get rank 13. But 13's not good enough. And Zeno abilities, Draw Mind and Boo body. All 3 are great, but one's better than the rest. We get Zeno's abilities. Yes, okay, that's amazing. And Broly potential too. Broly's potential with Zeno's abilities. All of these, just give me this character as a whole right here. I'll gladly take it. But Zamasu's body, Draw Mind, give me Zamasu's body right there, I guess, okay. And then we get, I guess we're taking Mr. Popo, the GOAT himself, Mr. Popo. And then we get Vegeta Mind. Okay, what's this gonna be? We get rank 0, and honestly, this character is carried by Mr. Popo. But let's do one more and see if we can do better than rank 0, because you can go into the negatives on this filter, and give me Gohan potential right there. That's not bad at all. And then Zeno abilities again, thank you. Okay, this is perfect. And we'll get Whis as our sensei. Okay, I like that, I like it. And then Zamasu body again, they've all had the same body, but I'm not mad at it. And then we get Piccolo's mind. That's not bad, but what's this gonna be? I'm gonna guess -1. Yes, it's -1. And well, there we have it. We made 3 Dragon Ball characters, and the best we got was -1. We're trying to build the most dripped out Dragon Ball character we possibly can, and out of all these options, what do I take? I like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku hair, but I think we just take Angel Race. We basically have a floating necklace around us. Okay, I like that. And then we get, do we take Gogeta wristbands? Or give me that MUI Goku hair. I can't pass that up. Come on. And then we get, out of all these options, I don't want to get a weird looking pants, so I'll take the Gogeta fusion pants right there, just so I don't get a weird looking pants. And then we get the Grand Prix shirt. It's kind of baggy. Give me the Lucky Blue wristband right there. So just give us, I'm stuck between either Frieza's toes or the fusion vest. I guess give me the fusion vest right there. And whose shoes do we get? We basically just made MUI Gogeta if he was an angel. That's actually epic right there. Okay, and we get top 11 with an 8.3 billion power level. And honestly, this would be a dripped out character, but it's basically just MUI Angel Gogeta. We're trying to build the strongest Dragon Ball character we possibly can, and we start with the Grand Priest's key control. Okay, that's a phenomenal start right there. And then we get, my GOAT TN for durability. Yes, no, I guess give me Cell Max Strength right there. That's not bad. I'll definitely take that. And then give me Battle IQ of Hearts, I guess. He is from Dragon Ball Heroes. And then I'll take his energy projection as well, just because Hearts is that broken. And then I'll take Goku Speed. Okay, this character is coming along pretty nicely now. And then give me Frieza durability. Frieza's an absolute tank. Okay, yes. And then that's sneaky nice. I like that. And only rank 7, we get rank 7 Heavenly Elite, but only rank 7? No, I won't accept anything lower than rank 5 here. And starting with the speed of Whis. Okay, I like that. That's perfect. And then give me, so many options, but I'll take the key control of MUI Goku. Why not? And then MUI Goku energy projection as well. We're just building a better Goku at this point. Just Goku who's faster. And then with Broly's technique, I guess. Okay, and then the battle IQ of Buhan. Okay, that's great. And then the durability of a Super Saiyan 3, though. Ooh, that's gonna bring it down a lot. Yeah, we get rank 8. We're also just a Heavenly Elite. Okay, one more time here. We need at least top 5, and we start with the Grand Priest technique. Okay, I like that. And then, do I go durability right here? Or I can't pass up Whis. I can't pass up an Angel. But I probably should have taken Zamasu for durability, though. I will take Goku, Key Control, please. Give me a good durability. I can't get another Super Saiyan 3 Goku again. But I will take Ultra Ego Vegeta Speed, I guess. And then we get Hearts' energy projection because Dragon Ball Heroes characters are that broken. Okay. Taking Zamasu Strength. Please, give me a decent durability. Beast, go on. Thank you. I was so worried, but please, we get top 3. Top 3 does seem just a little low, but I guess our strength could have been better. We're creating 3 random Dragon Ball characters. Let's see which character turns out to be the best. And to make it fair, we're going from hair, shirt, wristbands, pants, and so forth with every character. So that means this first character gets Android 16's Mohawk and his armor. Okay, we're just making Android 16 now, I guess. Okay, some red wristbands too. And then I think Goku pants. Okay. And this character is somehow an angel as well. Okay, that helped this character a lot. And this character has Frieza's feet. Ooh, maybe not this. The power level's low. Oh, we get top 156 with a 41.2 million power level. Something tells me this isn't going to be the best character. Moving on to character number 2. How are we going to start? And we get the little Krillin head dots. Okay, I'll take that. And then what's that? A black tank top. Okay. And then we get Vegeta's gloves. Okay, whose pants though? And Turles' this character might not be good either. Okay, but they are a bio android like Cell. Ooh, that helps out a lot. And this character also has Goku shoes. They have a higher power level than the last character, and this character gets top 132 with 160.1 million power level. So just a little bit better than the first character. But I'm betting this character is probably going to be the best, and they start with Piccolo's turban. Okay, they have the drip, and then they get Turles' armor. Nothing's been too great so far outside of the first character having Angel Race. Ooh, Gogeta wristbands, okay, and then Frieza legs, okay, and this character is also a bio android. And whose shoes does this character get? They get the perfect feet. This character gets Cell's feet, and is it gonna pass it? No, it has the best rank. This character gets top 129, but they only have a 110 million power level. We didn't have a single character get top 100 or even a 200 million power level. That's crazy. Now, out of these 3 characters, which character is the strongest? We're creating our own Dragon Ball character and we're trying to get rank 8 or better, and we start with Angel Race. Okay, a peak start right there. I like that. And then we get Frieza's upper body. Okay, I guess I'll take it. And then we get Gogeta pants. Okay, we're still looking good. And Super Saiyan Blue Goku hair. This is quite the odd looking character, but we can look past that. And then we get Boo's gloves. Okay. And we ended off with Goku shoes. We still Goku's Jordans, and I don't think this is going to be top 8. Yeah, it's only top 24. Not even top 20 though. Come on now. And then we start with MUI Goku hair. Okay, good start. And then we get the Destroyer little collar thing. Okay. We get our lucky blue wristbands. Can we keep it going? We get the perfect feet. Okay, we chop off Cell's feet, I guess, and then we get this perfect legs. Oh my gosh. Cell! We got 3 straight Cell things in a row. What are you doing to me? And the power level's a lot higher, but we only get top 23. I guess that character wasn't quite perfect. But now, we rip off the Grand Priest pants. Okay, I love it. And then we get Angel Race to follow it up. Okay, I have a good feeling about this one. 2 Naruto things in a row. Why? Red wristbands, I guess. Okay, please, give me something else good. Do I take God Goku hair or Goku shoes here? I'm taking God Goku hair because I don't want to risk getting a worse hair than that. Okay, and then we get Broly's shirt. Okay, please, give me a good shoes. Boo's shoes, I'll take it, please. Come on, this might be it. This might be top 8, please. 64! I'm in complete and utter disbelief on how that was only ranked 64, but I guess we start with Angel Race again. Okay, please, just don't get ranked 64 again. Gogeta wristbands right there. Okay, I like that. Naruto's hair, go away. I guess we're taking... Give me Vegeta shoes, actually. I'll take Vegeta shoes right there. And then we get Zeno's shirt. Okay, thank you, please. Broly hair or the... I'll take the Destroyer pants. Please, come back. Give me a good hair. Super Saiyan Blue Goku here. I'll take it. This might be top 8, maybe? Yes! We get top 6! We got better than top 8. We got top 6 with a 13.1 billion power level. But it's still crazy how that last character was only ranked 64 though. We have 2 trials to build the strongest, most overpowered Dragon Ball character we possibly can. And starting with the speed of Whis. Ooh, the speed of an angel. I like it. And okay, we have Beast Gohan, Broly, Jiren. Hearts. He's from Dragon Ball Heroes and he's broken. Okay, I'm taking Hearts right there. Okay, that's awesome. And then give me, the key control of MUI Goku or the durability. Give me the key control of MUI Goku. Why not? I'll take that. Couldn't have gone wrong with either pick right there. But then, do we take the strength of Orange Piccolo or the technique of Cell Max? What even would that technique be? Regardless, I'm going to pick it since Cell Max is stronger than Piccolo. So that's the better option, I guess. And then give me... do we just take strength right now? I think we can do better in strength, so I'm taking the durability maybe? I'm going durability of Topo, and please give me a good strength. Okay, it worked out. It worked out perfect. Thank you. We get Goku for strength, and whose battle IQ do we get? Deborah. I mean, I'll take it. Could have been worse. Maybe, maybe not. And we end up getting rank 4, a heavenly elite. Now that means we need to do better than rank 4, and we start with the grand praise for key control. Okay, that's awesome, that's epic. And then, Broly strength, Beast Gohan speed, or Vegeta IQ. I see Cell Max for durability too, but I think out of all these, I'm probably either going to pick Broly strength or Gohan speed, just so I don't end up with a bad strength or a bad speed. And you know what? Just give me Broly strength. Why not? Just so I don't get a bad strength. And then give me the durability of Cell Max, I guess. I'll definitely take that. And then the technique of Hearts. Yes, thank you, Filter. And then, the battle IQ of Jiren. Yes, this character is amazing. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. We have Gotenks' speed. We're not going to be able to hit anybody. But we do have Gogeta's energy projection. I will take that. And we did beat the last character. We get rank 3, a galactic being. Yeah, I probably should have taken Beast Gohan speed over Broly strength. But hey, who's to say I wouldn't have gotten a bad strength too? We're creating our own Dragon Ball character and we're trying to get rank 7 or better. And we start by ripping off the Destroyer pants. Okay, we get the God of Destruction pants right there. And then we get the Grand Priest hair. Okay, that's a phenomenal pick. And then I guess we go Beerus race right there. Okay, I'll take that. And then we get Goku shoes. We steal Goku's Jordans. Okay, let's keep it going. And Zeno shirt. This might be close. And Boo's gloves. It might be close, honestly, to rank 7. And we get top 3. I said might be close to rank 7. We get top 3. Yes. That's the second best score I've ever gotten here. The best I've ever got's been rank 2. But we did it. We got rank 3 with a 21.1 billion power level. We're trying to build the strongest Dragon Ball character we possibly can, and then the weakest. And I'll take a Beerus strength right there to start this character. Okay, I like that. And then we get Beast Gohan's technique. Okay, I don't know necessarily what that would be, but I'll take it. And we get the speed of Whis. Okay, this character is getting better and better. Do we take key control or durability of Beerus? This filter probably loves Beerus. I'm going Beerus right there, okay. And then give me the battle IQ of Goku. Okay, his regular IQ, not so much. His battle IQ is goated. And then give me, I guess, Rage Trunks for my key control. And then whose energy projection? Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I would prefer maybe a different version of Goku, but I'll take it. And we get rank 8, a heavenly elite. Now, before we get started on the weaker character, I just wanted to let you know that we just dropped a new Dragon Ball Devolution video. Decided to finally play through the story mode again, and in this one, we go over the Saiyan Saga. If you want to check it out, it's on the channel, but I'll also leave a link to the video pinned in the comments. If you do check it out, be sure to drop a like and say what's up in the comments. Okay, enough with the self-promotion. Now, starting off with the weaker character, do we take Oolong or Yadro? I'm taking Oolong for sure. Yes, Oolong durability. That's a perfect start for this. And then give me Yajirobe key control. Okay. This character's starting off phenomenal for being a weak character. Technique or energy projection. Both would be peak because technique's just shape-shifting. And I'm taking Yajirobe though, since he doesn't really project his energy at all throughout the entire series. And then we get... Give me Yamcha speed. Okay, because I know I don't want to risk getting a higher speed, so I'll just take Yamcha now. I guess we have to take Orange Piccolo's techniques. Okay, so we get like Special Beam Cannon. We have to pick Buhan Strength. I'm not picking Hearts. No, not picking anything Dragon Ball Heroes related. And we get Krillin with hairs. Bad like you, I'll take it. And we get ranked 62,825. We're a scrub. So the strong character got rank 8. The weak character got ranked 62,000. Yeah, I think we did pretty decent. We're creating our own Dragon Ball character, and if you're wondering why we're not using the regular filter, that's because, yeah, it's kind of broken. So this is what we have to work with, but come on, let's create our own character now, and I guess give me Super Saiyan Blue for my power. Okay, I'll take that right there, and then give me the fusion pants. Okay, are we making Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta? I guess not. I guess let's take the perfect feet. We get Cell's feet right there, okay, and then I guess we get Frieza's Chrome Dome. Okay, this character's taking a turn. And Super Saiyan 4 Body Fur. And we get rank 15. With a power level of just over 2.2 million. Yeah, let's try this again. Okay, so now we just gotta beat top 15. And I guess I'll, once again, just start with power right there. I'll take that. And pants. Okay, this is starting exactly the same as the last one. But I get the fusion vest this time. Okay, we are making Gogeta. We're making Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay, and whose shoes? We get Naruto's shoes. We have our toes dangling out right there. I'll take it. Rank 73. What? And this time we only get a 1.7 million power level. Yeah, there's just not as many options on this filter. Dragon Ball 3v3, me versus you? Let's do it. Before we get it started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Also, thanks for being a member of the channel. Now let's get this started. You can have the first pick, and who's your first character gonna be? You start with the God of Destruction. You start with Champa. You know what? The gods aren't fully unbeatable anymore. So yes, you can have Champa. But can I match it? Can I match a God of Destruction with my first pick? I would say yes. Of course, they keep trying to portray Beerus is still stronger than Vegeta and Goku. But Champa isn't as strong as Beerus. So I like this right here. Is Ultra Ego Vegeta stronger than Champa? I'm inclined to believe so, but if not, they're at least on the same playing field. At bare minimum, that would be a great fight regardless, but who's your second character gonna be? And you get hit. Okay, are you just building Universe 6 now? You start with Champa, now hit. But that is a nice pick right there. Having a fully unrestricted hit, that is nice. But now that also means I need another strong character myself, and I get Beerus? Yeah, my team's looking pretty nice. I said you were building Universe 6. Well, I guess I'm building Universe 7. I would say I'm in the lead right now, but who's your third and final character gonna be? And you get Gas as well. Okay, now this is interesting. Because as of right now, I'd say Gas would be fighting Vegeta and Champa and Hit would be fighting Beerus. But who's my last character gonna be? I'd say it's close, but I still have one character left. Who's my final character gonna be? And I get Chi-Chi is my final character. You know what, Chi-Chi? Welcome to the team. She brings more rage than anyone else we've seen, so I'll accept Chi-Chi, I guess. And well, there we have both our teams, but who wins? You have Champa, Hit, and Gas, and I have Beerus and Ultra Ego Vegeta. Regardless of who wins, it's gonna be close. Well, y'all let us know who you think wins in the comments. Dragon Ball, you versus me. You get Beerus and Whis, and I get 10 random Dragon Ball characters. Let's do it. Before we get this started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Now let's get this started. Who's my first random character gonna be to take on your Beerus and Whis? I get Dr. Gero. Honestly, having a scientist on the team, that might not be that bad. I still would have preferred someone stronger, but I'll take it, I guess. Okay, and who's my next character? Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Okay, not quite there, but we're getting closer. Would have preferred maybe a little stronger version of Goku, maybe an Ultra Instinct, or I can't have Beerus. That wasn't part of the rules, but I'm saying I can't have Beerus since you already have Beerus, okay? But I do get Boo. Okay, his abilities will help out, even though he is on the weaker side. At least compared to Beerus and Whis now, okay? Please, and now, give me someone strong. I have experience. Okay, maybe Master Roshi's gonna tap into Ultra Instinct for a second or two. I have the abilities, the smarts, and the experience. Now I just need the power, and there we go, the power, we got Yamcha. Okay, we're halfway through my list now, and I'm not feeling too confident. But I get Videl, okay, yeah. Whis and Beerus have nothing on Videl, yeah, oh, okay, and I get the Demon King Deborah. Please, can I get a super character now? Even though Deborah can turn people to stone, I don't think it's gonna work on Whis or Beerus. But I do get Jiren, okay, now, that's kind of close to Beerus, but not so much to Whis. And before somebody says Jiren's not even close to Beerus, he's stronger than his own God of Destruction, so he's at least in that realm of strength. We only have 2 spots left, and so far, we can maybe give Beerus a decent fight. Miris! Thank you! I really needed that. Thank you for showing up, Miris. If I could get one more character around the strength of Miris, I might stand a chance, and I get Kid Trunks. Okay, thank you, Trunks, for ruining my hopes and dreams. But no, I mean, I do have Miris, Jiren, and Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but that's not going to be enough for Whis and Beerus. It's basically just going to be Miris fighting Whis and Beerus getting jumped by everyone else. And Whis and Beerus probably would both be the ones coming out on top. But well, there we have it. Y'all let us know in the comments if this team stands a chance against Beerus and Whis. A Dragon Ball War, a 10v10, you versus me, Saiyans only? Let's do it. But before we get it started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now how we're going to do this is we're using this filter to get us 4 Saiyans each, this filter to get us 3 Saiyans each, and we're going to finish it off with the regular filter to get us our last 3 Saiyans each. But now let's get it started. Who's your first Saiyan gonna be? You start with Super Saiyan Blue Goku using Kaioken. Now, we are allowing the same character to be used, but it has to be a different version of that character. Okay, now what about me? Can I one-up a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku? I get Broly. Okay, I get Broccoli Boy Broly. I'll take that. I'm liking my start so far. Not bad at all, starting with Broly. Okay, I like it. And then you get... Of course, I get Broly and you get Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. That just had to happen, didn't it? Well, who's my second Saiyan gonna be? Please, come on. Give me someone to match Gogeta. Please, please. I can't use the same version, so no. Gogeta just teased me right there. He teased me. He couldn't help it. He just had to. And I get Rose Goku Black. I'll take it. Even though he's a Kai in a Saiyan's body, we are counting Zamasu right there, okay? And then you get... I get Goku Black and you get Trunks. You're getting the enemies of all my characters. What's going on here? Oh, who's my third Saiyan? And yes, thank you, Goku. My glorious king never lets me down. Okay, well, here's your last spin on this filter for your 4th character. You get Vegito. You have both Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Vegito. I don't even know what to say. Just please give me a Beast Gohan, I guess. Ultra Ego Vegeta. Or I'll take another Ultra Instinct Goku. Moving on to the next filter, and we both have strong characters so far. It's just you have 2 fusions, and then... But you get Gine. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna make my Gokus fight their mother. Okay, yes, that's gonna be perfect. And I get Caulifla. I'll take Caulifla. Okay, now what about your number 6 here? Who are you gonna get next? You get Berserk Kel. You can have Kel. I have the better one. I have Broly. Okay, you can have Kel, and I get the king of all vegetables. I get King Vegeta. Now your last spin on this filter. Who's your last character here gonna be? You get Super Paragus. So that means I'm also gonna make Broly fight his father. I like it. Now my last character on this filter, please give me a good one. Give me a good one. I need one. I can't have him, please, come on, give me a good one. Give me someone else I can have, please, right here. I can't have you either. Just give me a character I can have, please, just one character. Baby Vegeta, I'll take it. Now finishing off our last 3 Saiyans each, we may have to spin quite a few times to get them. Nope, first one we get is a Saiyan. You get Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. And I just have base form Caulifla, but we can look past that. Okay, and I get Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Okay, back-to-back Saiyans on this filter, I like it. We're both just 2 picks away now. Who's your next character gonna be? You get the mighty Nappa. Well, who's my second to last character gonna be? Come on, please, be a good one, be a good one. I get base Z Vegito. I guess I'll take it. And now, your final Saiyan for this war, who do you get? And... no. I mean, I could see him showing up, but not for any good intentions, and you get base Goku as your final character. And now, for the final character in the war, who do I get? I get Super Saiyan God Goku, just the upgraded version of your last character. But well, there we have it. There's our teams. You let us know who's gonna win this Saiyan war. And no Reddits, you got you versus me. You get Whis, and I get 5 random Dragon Ball characters. Let's do it. Now, before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Okay, well, let's see. Who's my first character to help me take on Whis here? I get Beast Gohan. That's an amazing start, but that's still nowhere near close enough. And I say amazing start because it could have been something like a Raditz. So yes, I'll definitely take Beast Gohan. And I get a Yamcha. Okay, you know what, Yamcha, join the team. We welcome you with hugs and open arms. May have just gave Yamcha a little bit of PTSD right there, but that's fine. Who's our third character? We get Shin. Well, maybe Whis wouldn't kill him because that would kill Beerus too, so maybe. But no, we're not saying that because that just wouldn't be fair, okay? And who's our 4th character now, or my 4th character? I get Hit. Time skip's cool and all, but Whis can rewind time. Whis has an even more broken version of Hit's abilities. Well, who's the final character? And Shinron. Okay, that's a big pull, but his power is limited. Of course, we know Shinron himself isn't the biggest powerhouse, but his abilities could help out big. But there's also limitations to his abilities too. So yeah, I don't think just getting Shinron's gonna be enough. Maybe if you threw like a handful of gods and maybe Miris on my team as well, we might stand somewhat of a chance. But my team now, I don't think we do. Well, there's my team. Y'all tell us in the comments, can we take on Whis? Why didn't you show up? Team Cell versus Team Frieza? Let's do it. But before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. And like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. But now let's get this started. Team Frieza can have the first pick since he did show up first in the show, and he gets a Saiyan on his team? I don't know how Frieza's gonna feel about that. The fact Frieza's starting off with Vegeta's younger brother is hilarious to me, and Cell gets Gogeta, Z Gogeta more specifically. So already, Cell's team is starting off with more strength and more aura. Look at that right there. The angel born in hell, come on. But if I had to pick between which of the two arcs I like more, between the Namek and the Cell Saga, I think I might lean towards the Cell Saga personally, but I love them both, okay? And Frieza gets Android 17. And that's kind of funny since Android 17 is kind of the middle ground between Frieza and Cell. Well, not strength-wise anymore because current Android 17 washes Perfect Cell and Cell gets the other fusion too. Cell gets Super Saiyan Vegeta. Cell keeps getting the 2-for-1 special. He's stacking up on fused Saiyans. I guess we might see a fusion of Gogeta and Vegeta after all. Gogeta and Frieza would have a lot to say about this form of Vegeta right here. I can see it now. Frieza just walking up to this form of Vegeta and just clapping his hands saying, well, well, well. No, but getting a Super Saiyan 5 is crazy. Can Cell match it with his next character? And Granola. Ooh, Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta against Granola. Obviously, it's kind of hard to scale Super Saiyan 5 with Super, but I don't know. Also, Granola's design is just so fire, but who's Frieza's last character gonna be? And Goku joins Frieza's team, which means Frieza has 3 Saiyans on his team. That's unexpected. Well, what about the perfect being? Who's Cell's last character gonna be? And Cell gets Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay then. No, but that's crazy though. Cell got 3 Saiyan fusions. What are the odds of that? And now that I'm looking at it, this turned out to be kind of close. Team Frieza has Android 17, Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta, and Super Saiyan God Goku. While Team Cell has the Drip Master Granola and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Honestly, I think it just comes down to how you scale Super Saiyan 5, but Team Cell has Granola, so I don't even know. Well, there's both the teams. Y'all let us know in the comments. Who do you think wins? Team Frieza or Team Cell? Can you do a 3v3 with the perfect being? Let's do it. Before we get started though, huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donate does get their own dedicated video. But let's get this 3v3 started here and I'll let Cell get the first pick. He gets gas. Okay. Okay, starting off not looking that good for me. Who's my first character gonna be though? I get Z Gogeta. If it was Super Gogeta, that would be epic. But that's Fusion Reborn Gogeta right there. So far, after the first 2 picks, Cell's in the lead. Let's see if I can make a comeback here. And he gets Topo as well. First Gas, then a God of Destruction candidate. This is not looking that good for me. Come on, give me a Beast Gohan, a Broly, a God of Destruction maybe. Or a Bulma. God of Destruction, Bulma, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, this isn't looking that good for me. Who's Cell's final character gonna be? What? Cell gets Cell? No, that's too much perfection on one team. No, out of all the characters on the filter, you give the perfect being himself? Okay, that's not fair. I'm convinced these filters are just cheating against me now, and I get Beast Gohan, but Cell has Gas and Topo. I mean, you could make the case for Beast Gohan now being stronger than Gas, but Gas at his strongest was still smacking away both Goku and Vegeta at the same time, and while also fighting Granola too. I think I might have to give it to Cell here. Even though Beast Gohan did slide for me coming through, trying to get that get back against Perfect Cell, I think we still lose here. Well, there's both our teams. You tell me, who wins? Me or the perfect being? Can you do a 5v5, me versus you? Let's do it. Before we get it started though, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now let's get this 5v5 started right here. I'll be nice. I'll let you get the first pick and you get Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta. Well, that's not a good sign for me. You better not let me get a Frieza though, because if Frieza sees a Super Saiyan 5, ooh, I can only imagine. And I get Kami, you get a Super Saiyan 5, I get Kami, what? Well, after the first picks, I'd say you have the slight edge for sure, and you get Frieza. No, Frieza's gonna betray your team already. No, give me Frieza. You get Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta and Black Frieza on the same team, that's crazy. And I get base Caulifla. Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta and Black Frieza, Kami and Caulifla. Seems fair. What's next? Are you gonna get CC Goku? Please don't get CC. You get Granola though, okay. Oh, why do you keep getting the heavy hitters? Now, I love Granola's design so much, but this is not fair. Why'd you get Granola? I finally get someone decently strong, I get Jiren. But you could honestly say he's weaker than all 3 members you have so far. Just wait, my comeback's coming. I can see it right now. My comeback is in effect. You get Yajirobe. You do get the Bean Daddy, but I'm gonna be getting something crazy right here. I get Super Saiyan God. I'll take it. As long as you don't get something else crazy, I might have a chance with my last character. You get Deborah. Come on, please. I've never needed a good character so bad before. Give me a... I get Zarbon. Why? Lord Frieza, yes. Out of all the characters on here, I get Zarbon from my last pick. The strongest character I got was Jiren, and you arguably got 3 characters who could body Jiren. Where were you at? Why didn't you show up for me? Well, there's our 2 teams. I guess y'all let us know who wins in the comments. Do a Dragon Ball 4v4, me versus you? Let's do it. Before we get started though, I want to give a shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. But now let's get this started. I'll be nice, I'll let you get the first character and... I'll get the first character, yeah, that's what I said. Okay, and who's my first Yeah, Chi-Chi wins that easy right there. It's not even close. Chi-Chi slams and you get Vegeta Blue. Oh, okay, makes sense. Filter, please. I'm nice to you for the most part, but please give me a good... Yes! Filter, I will not forget this. Thank you. But then brings the question. Super Shinron's abilities against Zeno's, and you get Recoome. Recoom's Eraser Gun against Zeno's erasing abilities. I wonder which is stronger. Totally Recoome, for sure. But now moving on to my 3rd character, and I get Chaozu. The god Chaozu. Okay, we're still pretty relative, mainly because we both got an OP character, but who's your last? You get Beerus. He does get smacked around by Chaozu, but that is a huge pick right there. Beerus seen the video and had to pull up right there. He just had to. Now, who's my final? Janemba, I love your design. I love your abilities so much, but I wish you were a stronger character. Now, this whole fight really just comes down to whose abilities do you think are better, Super Shinron's or Zeno's? But if we're looking outside of that, your team absolutely slams mine. You have Vegeta Blue and Beerus. I do have the god, Chaozu, but still. Well, there's both our teams. Y'all tell us in the comments who wins. Okay, my bad. I just noticed you said Saiyan 4v4, not Dragon Ball 4v4. So to make up for it, tomorrow we'll do the Saiyan 4v4, but here, you have this extra video as well. Once again, my bad, but I hope you like both. Can we do a Dragon Ball 3v3v3, you versus me versus the snake? Let's do it. But before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Well, now let's get this started. We'll be nice, we'll let you get the first pick, and you get Ultra Ego Vegeta with the first pick. Ooh, okay. Now moving on to the snake, who's he gonna get? His name's Diablo, by the way, and... Haha, you get Reddit, ha! I'm sorry. What about me now? Who's my first character gonna be here? And I get King Vegeta. It's better than Raditz, so I can't be too upset, I guess. Maybe Vegeta will take it easy on his pops, and... Ooh, you get Yamcha. You get Ultra Ego Vegeta, then Yamcha. Okay, I like that. Now what about Senor Snakey here? And then he gets with his second pick, Hit. Ooh, I do love Hit. I love time skips so much. But he gets Hit. Not a bad pick. What about me now? I need a good character here. Both of y'all already have a good character. I need one, and I get Zarbon. Lord Frieza, why? Come on, why Zarbon out of everyone? And ooh, with your final pick, you get Elder Kai. He could unlock Vegeta's potential though, so ooh, that might not be that good for us. Come on, Snakey, can you get a character to stand up to Ultra Ego Vegeta? You get the fastest in the universe. You get Barter. I'm sorry, but I think you lose. I guess it's all up to me, right here, with my final pick. I get Super Saiyan Blue Goku. You couldn't have given me Ultra Instinct, come on. Well, Snakey, don't feel too bad because I lose too. Honestly, we could combine teams and that still wouldn't be enough. Well, there's all our teams. You tell us in the comments who wins. Can we do a Saiyan 4v4, me versus you? Let's do it. But before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now with that being said, here, you can start us off. You can get the first Saiyan and you get Gine. Okay, you get Goku's mother. Not the best start power-wise. But let's see if I can one-up it. Can I get a stronger character than Gine? I get Is he stronger than Gine? I get Tarble. I mean, you'd probably assume so, but who's your second character gonna be now? And you get Berserk Kel. Ooh. That might actually work out for me too. She might attack your team members too. Okay, so that might be good. And I get Paragus. Could he maybe bring Broly with him? Okay, not really looking that good for me since you got Kale, but who's your third character gonna be? And you get Super Paragus. I guess we'll have a Paragus against Paragus face-off, and hopefully he doesn't bring his Broly with him. But who's my third? I get Vegeta Blue. Yes! I really needed that. Things are finally coming around for me. Well, who's your final character? And you get Baby Vegeta. Ooh, okay. I don't think that's going to be enough for Vegeta Blue, but who's my final character going to be? And the icing on the cake, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And that means I finally win one of these. I've been on like a 5-video losing streak so far, but finally it snaps. I may be carried by my fusions, but I don't care. Well, there's both our teams. Y'all tell us in the comments who wins. You versus me, Dragon Ball 5v5. Let's do it. Before we get it started though, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now let's get this started. And yes, I did see your comment where you said you wanted me to go first, and I start with Topo. Ooh, a God of Destruction candidate. I will take it. Starting off with a good pick already. Okay, I like it. Who's your first character gonna be though? Ooh, you get merged Zamasu. Ooh. It's not really the strength of Zamasu, but the overall abilities of Zamasu that makes him so dangerous. That's also a pretty decent first pick right there. Ooh, okay, now who's my second? And I get base form Caulifla. Well, not every pick can be great, I guess. Moving on to your second pick. Come on, can you one-up Caulifla? You do not. You get Dodoria. As Vegeta would say, what's up, Bubblegum? Okay, now who's my third? And talking about pink bubblegum, I get Majin Buu. That couldn't have been done any better. As soon as I say bubblegum, Majin Buu appears. Well, now what about your third character? I'm feeling a Dragon Ball Super character right here. And I happen to be correct. You get Ultra Ego Vegeta. And I may sound disappointed. Well, that's because that's not good for you. You get the Vegetable Prince himself. Well, let's see if I can get someone to match him with my fourth. And Golden Frieza. If it was Black Frieza, that would have been epic. But Golden Frieza, I'll take it, I guess. I mean, Frieza is an absolute tank, so I will take that, but who's your fourth Well, who's my final character gonna be? Can I one-up a Xenoguard and I get Super Saiyan 5 Veggie? Okay. Now, that is awesome to see, and we could agenda push a little bit, saying Super Saiyan 5's completely broken, but I still don't think that puts him over as Xenoguard. Well, might as well see who your final pick was gonna be anyways. And you get Whis on top of everything. Okay, yeah, that's a good stopping point right here. Yeah, if we took off your last two characters, I might stand some sort of a chance, but with Xenoguard and Whis, yeah, no. Well, those both our teams. Y'all tell us in the comments who wins. Dragon Ball 4v4v4, me versus you versus the snake, except no angels, no Saiyans, no gods of destruction, and no Zeno. Let's do it. But now before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now let's get this started. You can have the first pick, but this is kind of an interesting one. I get no angels, no gods, and no Zeno, but no Saiyans too. That takes out so much. And ooh, you start with Android 18. That's not the worst pick on here. Next up now we have the snake, or if you want to call him by his government name, Diablo, and you get Galdo. Ha! Well, he does have that little time pause ability, but still. Ha! Let's see if I could one up an Android 18 or a Galdo right here with my first pick. I get Captain Ginyu, another member of the Ginyu Force, but I get the Captain. Well, what about your second pick here now? Who's your second pick gonna be? And you get Kale's the Saiyan. She doesn't count. So you get a respin right there. Now, who's your second character gonna be? And okay, you get a pretty decent powerhouse for no gods, no angels, no Saiyans. That is a powerhouse on here. Okay, so far you have the strongest character out of everyone, but now what about Diablo? And no, you cannot have Bardock. We have another respin. Okay, who's your real second character gonna be? And you get Yajirobe. Ha, you stink. I'm just joking. Shout out to the Bean Daddy right there, but who's my second character gonna be? I wish, but no Saiyans. Well, now who's my real second character gonna be? I think we all got a respin on our second characters, and oh, I wish. Please just give me another character. Quit giving me Saiyans I can't have, okay? And then I get Pui Pui. I'll take it. I mean, it could have been a little worse. Not by much, but it could have been worse, I guess. And who's your third character? You get Bobbity. Does that mean you could control my Pui Pui? No. Okay, now what about Diablo? Who's his third character gonna be now? And No angels. Okay, who's your respin character gonna be now? Who's it gonna be? You get my goat. You get Tien Shinhan. Tien, why? You betrayed me. You're supposed to be on my team, not the snakes, and Saiyans don't count. I will not forget this betrayal. I will never forget what you did to me here. Well, I can't have you. Still waiting for a character I could actually use here, and I get Golden Frieza. That's a huge pull for me right there. Now we have a little competition going. Okay, now who's your final character gonna be? And you just get the upgraded version of my Frieza. Diablo, are you gonna pull through for us right here? Are you gonna one-up their Black Frieza with your... I mean, you do kind of look like Shinron, being a snake and all. And if we remember, Earth's Shinron isn't even really that powerful because in OG Dragon Ball, Demon King Piccolo killed Shinron. If it was Super Shinron, then it would be a little bit different. But who's my final character gonna be now? And I get Jiren! Okay, that's a great pick. But that's still not beating Black Frieza. I mean, to be fair, we don't know how strong a current Jiren is, but since we don't know how strong a current Jiren is, we're using Tournament of Power Jiren, and yes, he's not beating Black Frieza. And well, there we have it. There's our 3 teams. Y'all let us know who... Can we do a Dragon Ball 5v5v5v5 with me, you, Diablo, and Poncho? Let's do it. But first, before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now let's get this started, and you can have the first pick. But how we're going to do this is we're going to... You get Zeno! No! But like I was saying, since we only have 3 minutes to do this, we have to make this kind of quick. And now who's your second character going to be to back up Zeno, I guess? Who's your second character? You get the OG Aura Farmer, you get Piccolo. That's not a bad 1 and 2 right there. But what about your number 3? Who's it going to be? And you get Boo. Boo's abilities are crazy. Okay, your team's looking stacked already. Who's your 4th character going to be though? And of course, to stack on top of it, you get Vegeta. The Prince of all vegetables, why not? Well, who's your final character going to be? And you can change places with people. You get Captain Ginyu with your final character. Okay, well, you have a pretty stacked team. Well, let's check out my team now. Who's my first character? And I get Radish. I get the Radish Saiyan Reddits. Wow, that's not the best start for me. And then I do get Toppo. Okay, that's a little higher. Not on the level of Zeno, but maybe I could get like a Grand Priest or something right here. Ooh, I get Miras. It's not the Grand Priest, but it is up there. Okay, what about my 4th character now? Please, Grand Priest. Super Saiyan Kill, I'll take it. Come on, with my final character, I need something OP to match Zeno. I get Shin. Well, I don't quite match Zeno, but who's Diablo's first character gonna be here? And you start off with Tarble. Okay, that's nothing too crazy to start with. What about your second character now? Frost, the dollar store version of Frieza. Maybe you can turn it around right here. Who's your 3rd character gonna be though? And you get an angel yourself. Okay, so far we all have 1 really strong character. That's not that bad. And then you get King Vegeta. Okay, get Tarble's daddy. Now what about Diablo's final character? Who's it gonna be? Who's he gonna get? He gets Cyberman. That's great. Okay, now starting off Poncho's team. Who's Poncho's first character gonna be? And Zamasu. Okay, you got that immortality right there. Now he just needs the strength behind it. Who's his second character going to be? Okay, and another angel. So yes, we all have 1 really strong character so far. And what about his 3rd? Chaozu. Poncho gets the Pokemon for his 3rd. What about his 4th now? And he gets... Super Saiyan Z Vegeta. It's all up to his final character. Who's Poncho's final character going to be? And he gets Granola. Okay, a heavy hitter, but... not quite an angel or Zeno. Okay, and here we have it, each of our teams, and I think you pull it away just because you have Zeno. But hey, every team got at least 1 really strong character, so it wasn't too far apart. And well, there we have it. Y'all tell us who you think wins in the comments. Can we do a Dragon Ball 5v5, you and Cheezers versus me? Let's do it. Before we get it started though, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now let's start this off. Y'all can have the first pick, I guess, and y'all start with Frost. You get the off-brand version of Frieza. Okay. Well, let's see if I could one-up Frost here with my first character, and I get Z Bardock. And moving on to your second character, who you're going to be getting now. Your second character is Android 19. Okay, so you can steal people's energy. But can I get someone stronger? Please, filter. Please give me someone stronger than Android. I get Dende. Okay. Well, actually, he could heal the rest of my team, so I'll definitely take that. Okay, I'm not mad at it, Dende. And you get Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Dende being able to heal might not even matter now, but who's my 3rd character? And I get my goat, my glorious king, Tien Shinhan. Kiko, how you doing? Okay, now moving on to your 4th character, and you get Beerus. Okay. Could I please get a top tier in the verse 2? That'd be nice. And I get Super Saiyan God Goku. That's the strongest character I've got so far. Now your final character, who's it gonna be? Who's your last character? And you get Super Saiyan 4 Veggie. Okay, you get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But that's nothing. With my final character, I get Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta. Ooh, okay. Of course, there's a lot of debates on how strong Super Saiyan 5 actually is, so this could be pretty close. It really just depends on how you scale Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta. But I don't know, you have Super Saiyan Blue, Vegito, and Beerus. I don't know, it's kind of tough, even for me to push Super Saiyan 5 agenda. Well, there's both our teams. You tell us in the comments who wins. You versus me, except you get Dragon Ball Heroes characters and I get Super characters. That doesn't really seem fair, but let's do it. But now, before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Okay, now starting off your team, even though you do have an unfair advantage because Heroes characters are so much stronger than Super characters, and you start with Xeno Go Hanks. You heard that right, not Go Tanks, Go Hanks. This is the fusion between Trunks and Gohan. You start with a fusion, that's not that good for me, but who's my first pick gonna be? And I can't get Xeno Goku. He's a Heroes character, I'm not allowed to have him. Okay, that's unfortunate, but now, oh yeah, a perfect substitute for Xeno Goku, I get Bulma. Well, that's rather unfortunate for me, but who's your second character gonna be? And you get Xeno Vegeta. Ooh, okay. I mean, I guess it could have been worse for me. It could have been like a Xeno Gogeta, so I guess I'll take that. And ooh, I get an Angel. That's actually a huge pull for this, even though there are Heroes characters that do surpass the Angels. But let's see, this might be turning around for me. Who's your third character gonna be? And you get Super Saiyan 3 Gohanks now too. So you have two Gohankses on the same team. So you have two Saiyan fusions and a Vegeta. Ooh, okay. And he's not a super character. I can't even take him if I wanted to. I would have loved a Super Saiyan 5 Goku right there, but I can't have him. I can't have you. Even he wanted to be a part of the team again. It was destiny, come on. And I'll take a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, I guess. Okay, well, who's your fourth and final character gonna be at this point? You get... and the icing on the cake, you get Xeno Goku. I'm gonna need at least a Xeno just to help out a little bit at this point. And I can't have you. Even the Heroes characters want to be a part of my team. Come on, Filter, what is this? And I guess I'll take a Goku Black. But yeah, this isn't really too fair right here. I do have an Angel that helps me out incredibly, but you have Xeno Vegeta and Xeno Goku. And well, there's both our teams. Y'all let us know who wins in the comments. A Saiyan-only 5v5 and we can't reuse characters? Let's do it. But before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now, how we're going to do this, since it's hard to find a filter with every Saiyan, we're going to use 3 spins with one filter and then 2 spins with another. Now, let's get this started. You can have the first pick. And which Saiyan will you start with? Now, you get Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That means we can't use any other Goku. That's not bad at all, starting with a Super Saiyan 4, but that also means I can't get a Goku myself, but I get Kefla. Okay, that's not a bad pick, I'll definitely take that. But that doesn't really shorten your options a lot. Taking away Goku shortened mine a lot, okay? And you get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well. You're just stacking up on the GT characters. And that also means I can't get Gogeta from Super if he pops up, so no, okay? And no, it happened right when I said it, no. Gogeta, I'm sorry, but I can't have you. Well, who's my second character gonna be? Come on, please, give me a good one right here. I get Beast Gohan. Okay, so I take away all the Gohans. Okay, I like that. I get a powerhouse right there. And now your third character, you get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. You've only got GT characters so far. You've gotten Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta now. What's going on? Well, okay, I guess. Let's see who I can possibly get with my last pick, if there's any options left. I can't have a Goku. Are there even any characters on this filter left I can have? Because we've gotten the Gokus, Vegetas, Gohans, Gogetas. Come on. I think Vegito and Goku Black's also on this filter though. Oh, but Goku Black, that'd go under Goku. So no. Trunks. Okay, I get Trunks. Everyone loves to hate on this form of Trunks, but right here, I will take it. Okay, now moving on to the other filter, so we have more options now. Who's your next character? And wait. Are we going to count this? Because it is Vegeta, but it's baby in his body. Do we count this? I'm going to say no. Just because, like Goku Black, it's baby in Vegeta's body. But you do get Kale. Kale's not a bad pick, but you also have to worry about her taking out your own team members. And I can't have you, Kale. I guess Kale really wanted to fight herself, but who's my next character going to be? And I get Bardock. Okay, I'll take a Bardock, I guess. Just because we're running out of characters now. And who's your last character going to be? You get King Vegeta. Okay, you get the vegetable king himself. But now, to end it off, who's my final Saiyan gonna be? I get Kid Raditz. I'll take it, I guess. Okay, and looking at it, you basically just have Team GT plus Kel and King Vegeta, and I'm kind of carried by Beast Gohan, Kefla, and Future Trunks. So, y'all let us know in the comments, who wins right here? Can we do a Saiyan 5v5 with me, you, and Poncho? Let's do it. But before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. How we're going to do this is we each get 3 Saiyans from this filter and then we each get 2 Saiyans from another. Starting us off, let's give Poncho the first pick here. Who's Poncho going to get? And he gets MUI Goku, what? Well, what about you? Can your first character match MUI Goku? There are a few characters on here that could, and there's one of them, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Okay, well, both of y'all got 2 of the best picks already. Let's see if I could match it, and I get Broccoli Boy Broly. I'll take it. I'm not gonna be mad at a Broly there, but who's Poncho's second character gonna be now? And he gets another Goku. You know what? I'll allow it. He can have 2 Gokus. As long as it's not the exact same version, we'll allow duplicate characters. Now, who's your second character? You get another Gogeta, and you get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well. What's going on here? Does that mean I'm gonna get another Broly? Is there even another Broly on here? I don't think there is. And Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, that's... After you get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I only get Vegeta. I guess I'll take it. The Prince of all vegetables let me down. But who's Poncho's third character on this filter? He gets... he gets Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. He has 2 Gokus and a Vegito. You have 2 Gogetas and Ultra Ego Vegeta. Okay, now both of your teams are starting to outshine mine a little bit. I don't really like that too much, but I get Beast Gohan to pair alongside Broly. I get both of the rage-filled Saiyans. I'll take it. But now moving on to the other filter, who's Poncho gonna get now? And you get Paragus. Ha! Okay, now what about you? Who's your first character on this filter gonna be? And you get Berserk Kel. Ooh. Well, with all the heavy hitters we have, Kel's not really the biggest threat, and I get Tarble. Well, Poncho, who's your final character gonna be? Right here, come on. You get King Vegeta, okay? He gets Tarble's father, but who's your final character gonna be now? You get Super Paragus. It is a different Paragus, so we will allow it, but now who's my final character? And I get Bardock. I'll take it. Yeah, I think this comes down to between either you or Poncho. I did get Beast Gohan and Broly, but both of y'all got fusions. Poncho got MUI Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. However, you got Ultra Ego Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. So I don't know, it's pretty even. I guess y'all let us know in the comments, who do you think wins? A Dragon Ball 5v5? Let's do it. But now before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Okay, now let's get this started. I'm getting the first pick this time. You can have the second, and I think I said you can have the first pick this time. I'll get the second, right? But no, I start with Master Roshi. I guess I'll take that right there. Who's your first character? And you get the perfect being. You get Perfect Cell, which unironically now is weaker than current Master Roshi. The power jump in Super is crazy, am I right? Okay, well, who's my second character? And I get Kami. Not even going to acknowledge that pick. Maybe he can make me a set of Dragon Balls. That might help. And you get Ultra Ego Vegeta. Okay, that's nice. Him and Kami, you know, that's very close right there indeed. And I get Gowasu. Yes, this just keeps getting better and better. I didn't think Master Roshi would end up being my strongest character, but he unironically might be. And you get Black Frieza with Vegeta. They're gonna fight each other. Well, I don't know about fight, because Black Frieza really is just that OP. And I get Granola. I love that, but that's not as strong as Black Frieza. And you could make the case for current Ultra Ego Vegeta being above Granola, but I'd say they're still relative. Okay, well, who's your fourth character gonna be? Can you match Granola with yours? And you get Super Saiyan Z Vegito. And unfortunately for you, like most other characters, he does get power cliffed by most Dragon Ball Super characters. And now, who's my fifth and final character gonna be? I get Moro. He has some good abilities. He can steal your powers. I like that, but that's not going to be enough for Black Frieza. Well, we might as well just see who your final character is. Who's it going to be? And you get Z Gogeta as the icing on the cake. You get both Vegito and Gogeta, but they don't even matter since you have Black Frieza. Speaking of, he showed up. Oh well, there's both our teams. Y'all let us know in the comments who wins. A 1 hour long video of Dragon Ball 5v5s? we will not do that, but we will do a Dragon Ball 5v5 and then a compilation of the previous donation videos we've done. But now, before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now let's get this started. You can have the first pick and you start with... Moving on to my first pick. Yeah, who do I get now? You get Super Shinron, but I get the creator of the Super Dragon Balls. Well, that was a pretty crazy first pick for both of us right there, but moving on to the second character, and you get Whis as well. You're starting off with a stacked team. But can I match it once more? Can I match Whis with my next character? I don't, but it's not bad. I'll take it. Obviously, Kefla's not as strong as Whis, but she's decently strong, so I'll take Kefla right there. And you get Kibito. Okay, that's the weakest person we've got so far. But you do have Super Shinron and Whis. You have two heavy hitters right there. And I get Zamasu. He is immortal, but you have Super Shinron who could probably take away his immortality. Wait, since I got Zalama, would I be able to take away Super Shinron? Or how would that work? And ooh, you get that giant from the Tournament of Power. You only have one truly weak character at this point. What's going on? Come on, I need another big pull right here. Please, give me something big. I get Ultra Ego Vegeta. I will take that, but it's still not on the level of Whis or Super Shinron. But I will definitely take Prince Veggie using Ultra Ego. Now, who's your final character? And you get Jiren as your final character. That's not a bad pick right there. Of course, we don't know how strong current Jiren is, but even Tournament of Power Jiren, he's still a powerhouse. Well, now, who's my final character gonna be? Please, come on, be good, be good. I get Oolong. I don't know, maybe he could morph into Zeno and make your team forfeit. But no, we started crazy. You got Super Shinron, then I got Zalama, then you get Whis. I think because you got Super Shinron and Whis, I think I have to give it to you here. Why didn't you show up for my team? But well, there's both our teams. Y'all let us know who wins in the comments. Make a Drippy Dragon Ball character for Poncho? Let's do it. Now, unfortunately, the filter we normally use is broken, so we gotta make use with the other one. But before we get it started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Okay, now let's get this started. And I would have Poncho here with me, but I don't know where he is at the moment, but I will make sure he makes an appearance, okay? And ooh, we start with, give me Trunks' sword, actually. Okay, we're trying to get some drip. I'll take a sword on our back right there. And then I'll take Trunks' jacket. I guess we're just making future Trunks at this point. Okay, and give me the Gogeta pants. Okay, I'll take it. And Trunks' shoes. We're literally just making Trunks with different pants. We made a Trunks Gogeta fusion. Okay, that's kind of funny right there. And we get rank 5. And honestly, that's not a bad looking character. But let's see if we can do better. Okay, let's see if we can make a better looking character than that one right there. Okay, and it's basically all the same stuff. Okay, that's why I like the other filter more. Give me Trunks' hair, I guess, okay? And then give us the Gogeta shoes right there. Let's change it up a little bit at least. And I guess the aura, we get Super Saiyan Blue aura right there, okay? And then I guess give me the fusion vest. And whose pants do we get? We get Boo's pants. And this isn't a bad looking character, I guess, but I do like the first one more. Here, we'll do one more of the other version of this filter. And what do we take here? Give me Super Saiyan 4 hair. I've always loved the Super Saiyan 4 hair right there. And then give us the fusion vest again. Okay, we're making Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as our character. Ooh, do we take Naruto? No, just give me the Super Saiyan aura right there. I'll take that. And then we're literally just making a Super Saiyan 4. Okay. We just made Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'm sorry, but with this filter being broken, that's the best we could do. See, look, I can click on anything, nothing happens anymore. There you are, you scoundrel. I found you. He said he's angry about the filter too. Dragon Ball 5v5v5 with me, you, and Poncho? Let's do it. Now, before we get this started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now, let's get this started here. You can have the first pick, I guess. Who do you get? You get Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Now, if this was back in the Buu saga, that would still be pretty good, but Super Saiyan 2 now, not so much. Well, let's see if I could one-up a Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Who's my first character gonna be? And Hit? Okay, with this time skip, I like that. I'll take Hit right there. Next up now, we have Poncho's first character. Who's Poncho gonna be getting? And starting with Miris? No. Already the filter's cheating. How do you start with... Okay, moving on, and you get Bobbity. Ooh, I'm starting to feel bad for you at this point. Maybe that means we could get Majin Super Saiyan 2 Goku, I guess. Okay, and who's my second character? I get the Ox King. I'll take it. Well, Poncho, who's your second character gonna be here? Please don't be... Please don't be anyone's... Yeah, okay, I think we might have to team up against Poncho at this point because it's not looking that good. But you do get Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Okay, you get a pretty heavy hitter right there. But what about me now? Could I get someone on the level of an angel or a god here? I get the king of vegetables. I get King Vegeta. Poncho, I want you to know I'm preying on your downfall right here. Who's your third character gonna be? Videl, yes. Ha! I don't care if we make Gohan mad. As long as he doesn't show up, we're fine. Okay, and who's your fourth character? I'll give you a respin just so we don't have two Super Saiyan 2 Gokus on the same team. Now, who's your true fourth character gonna be? You get the great. Oh my gosh. Okay, now that's crazy. Maybe I should have just let you have two Super Saiyan 2 Gokus because no. And I get Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta. Okay, that makes it pretty interesting. Well, who's Poncho's next character gonna be here now? Poncho gets Gawasu. Yeah, that's pretty good for us. Not so much for him. And now, who's your fifth and final character gonna be? You get Super Saiyan 1 Vegito from Z. Well, I guess you have two Vegetos, but one's a lot stronger than the other. Come on. Give me a Zeno. I need a Zeno right here. Please, give me Zeno. Goku Black. Well, I mean, he got erased by Zeno, but he's not Zeno. Well, I think I'm out of the race now. It's just between you and Poncho, and who's his final character? And Poncho gets Kami. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. Now, all three of us got at least one really strong character. You got the Grand Priest, I got Super Saiyan 5 Vegeta, and Poncho got Miris and the Zeno Guard. But I'd probably say it either goes to you with the Grand Priest or Poncho with the Zeno Guard. Well, there's our teams. Y'all let us know who wins in the comments. A Dragon Ball 5v5 with characters from Dragon Ball Heroes only? Let's do it. Now, before we get this started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now, how we're going to do this, since there's not a filter with just Dragon Ball Heroes characters, we're going to keep spinning until we get a Dragon Ball Heroes character. Also, if the character makes an appearance in Dragon Ball Heroes, like the Gods of Destruction or the Grand Priest, we will use them as well. Okay, let's get this started. Who's your first character going to be here? You get Xeno Gohan. Not one of the characters I was expecting to see first, but there he is. Okay, now what about me? Can I one-up a Xeno Gohan? I get... Oh, yes! I get full power Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Gogeta. Yes, that's a long name, but that's the official name. You can have your Xeno Gohan. Yes, okay, thank you Gogeta. And I don't think we've seen Ultra Ego Vegeta in Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, if it was a picture of, let's say, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, we could just say, let's use the Dragon Ball Heroes Super Saiyan Blue. There's Xeno Vegeta, actually. Okay, no need for an explanation. Vegeta quite literally just told me to be quiet right there. Okay, well, who's my second character? And Android 17, you know what? Android 17 is in Dragon Ball Heroes, so I'm counting that. That might be cheating since that was a picture of Android 17 from Super, but it's not like I gave myself a huge top tier out there, so that should be fine. Okay, well, who's your third character gonna be here? You get you already got him. Since you already have Xeno Gohan, I will give you a different character. You get Janemba. I mean, there is a version of Janemba in Dragon Ball Heroes, and you know what? Yes, I'm giving you the Dragon Ball Heroes version of Janemba. I think that's fair. If they have a version of themselves in Dragon Ball Heroes, we get that version of the character. Because otherwise, I don't even know if we can get 10 Dragon Ball Heroes characters on this filter, and Zarbon, no. Now, what about me? Who's my third character gonna be here now? I get Cell. There is a Cell in Dragon Ball Heroes. So you know what? Yes, I'm giving myself the Cell that shows up in Dragon Ball Heroes. You have to remember, there's a huge lack of Dragon Ball Heroes characters actually on this filter. But that is one. You get Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Gogeta. So that means we both have a Gogeta on our teams now. Okay, and I get Majin Omega Shinron. Oh, I'll take it. Now what about your fifth and final character here? Who's your last character gonna be? You get Merged Zamasu. Now, there is a version of Merged Zamasu in Dragon Ball Heroes, so you get that character. And now, who's gonna be my last character here? I get Super Saiyan 3 Gohanks. The fusion of Gohan and Trunks, I'll take it. And well, there we have it. But now, who wins? We both do have a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so there is that, but let us know who you think wins in the comments. A Dragon Ball 10v10, but no Zeno? Let's do it. But now, before we get this started, I want to give a huge shout out to you and thanks for the gift. Like always, you don't have to, but everyone who does send a gift or donation does get their own dedicated video. Now let's get this started. You can have the first pick, but remember, you only said no Zeno, so the Grand Priest, the Angels, Super Shinron, They're all fair game. And starting us off, you get the off-brand Frieza, you get Frost. I mean, that's not the worst pick on here. You could have done worse, I guess. Well, who's my first character? And I get Beast Gohan, yes. I don't know why I sung it, but yeah, okay. And who's your second character gonna be? You get the pink bubblegum demon, you get Kid Buu. He does have some nice abilities, but strength-wise, not so much anymore. And I get Pan. Okay. These Dragon Ball filters have made me hate Pan so much, but who's your third character? You get Mirrors. That's okay, that's crazy. That's the strongest character we've seen so far. Maybe I could match it though with my character, and I get Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That does not match Mirrors. That's the strongest character we've seen so far, but we still have plenty of picks to go. I'm not too worried. And you get Hit. Ooh, you have time skip. And Hit being able to use all of his assassin techniques, that's gonna be dangerous on here. And I get Super Saiyan Kale. I mean, I'll take it, but a fully unrestrained Hit, I think Hit has that. Just because of his time skip and him being able to basically just kill you whenever he wants. And okay, no duplicates. Okay, you don't get 2 Mirrors. Don't worry, if the same thing happens to me, I'll do a respin too. But no, you're not getting 2 Mirrors. You get Android 18 instead. The filter is trying to give you too big of an advantage right there. Okay, no, we're not doing that. And I get a God of Destruction. I get Belmod. Okay, I get Pennywise. I would have preferred like a Beerus, but I'll take a Belmod right there. Who's your next character? And you get Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta. The Vegetable Prince himself, but him only in Super Saiyan 1 though. And I get Super Saiyan 1 Z Vegito. Okay, that's not the best pick for this. Mainly just because most super characters outscale Z Vegito now. Okay, and you get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from GT. I get a Super Saiyan 1 fusion, and you're just like, oh, I gotta get a Super Saiyan 4. Meh, meh, meh. And I get Chaozu. Huh? I mean, there was that time Chaozu bodied Beerus. But no, let's move on to your next character now. And who do you get? I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. Just, yeah, this filter. Jiren, you would have been awesome if they didn't get Super Shinron. Please, I'm trying to make a comeback here. Don't give them any more strong characters, okay? Gotenks, Kid Gotenks, yes, you can have him. Just please, give me a character that can somewhat match Super Shinron, please, right here. Another God of Destruction that doesn't really match Super... I'll take it, though. I can't be too upset at getting a God of Destruction, but, well, who's your last character? And you get Granola. He could honestly probably match most Gods of Destruction at this point. And if you disagree, remember, Jiren was stronger than Belmod, and Granola is far stronger than that Jiren. Also, his character design is peak, but now moving on to my last character. Can I win this? Videl. Yes, I have faith in Videl. She's gonna win this whole thing for us. No. I mean, if you take away Super Shinron, it might be somewhat close. I'd probably still lean towards you, but it might be somewhat close there. But no, there's both our teams. Y'all let us know in the comments.